Yeah, good morning, guys. This is me, your brother, your friend, your man is Steven, right here on the show this afternoon. Please, if you're just joining us, please kindly just press the share button, guys. Can you press the share button and share this broadcast? And if it is your first time following us, uh, kindly just subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow me on Matter Rising with Humanist Steven, guys. Okay, this is going to be one of the stations that we'll be using, of late to actually do our job. Follow us on Matter Rising with Humanist Steven. Good afternoon, Inogi Collins Amadi. Good afternoon, Messi Kwase. Welcome to the show this moment. Okay, guys, just share the broadcast, guys. Let's share the broadcast. Let's share the broadcast. Let's share the broadcast. I have a very, very important news to discuss today. Let's share the broadcast. Let's share the broadcast. Let's share the broadcast. Let's share the broadcast, guys. Let's share the broadcast and let's see what we can be able to do, guys. So just press the share button, give us some likes. Thank you very much, guys. Welcome to the show this very particular afternoon, which is on the 9th of October, 9th of October, year 2021. It's going to be a very, very nice time today. I'm going to talk about a lot of things. I'm going to talk about politics. I'm going to talk about, it's going to be centered around Nigeria and how the world actually looked at us as a people. Okay, guys, so I want this video, if possible, to go viral if we can, so that people can actually listen to some of us who are actually giving us a very candid advice for a better and a more secure and more workable nation or a state. There's a good news right now. Chiwetalu Agu has been released. Like I said yesterday, today was celebrating his release, with his friends in a party. I'm going to show you that video shortly. Then I'm going to go over other videos that I had here and other documents that I need to talk about today, so that we understand that our problem is not actually nobody but our leaders, ourselves. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about a lot of things, and we're going to also entertain, questions, contributions, and all that, during this very particular show. So as if you're just coming in, guys, I want to just quickly follow us, give us some likes, encourage us to do more, of what we are doing. Okay, guys. And this is the video of Chiwetalu Agu, who was arrested 2 days ago by the Nigerian army for actually putting on a Biafra flag. And I came here yesterday to actually go against the attitude of the Nigerian army, not because anything, but I felt, justice must give to all. What is good for the girls is good for the genders, as the people that make people will say. And I felt that the best we can do is to actually come here and speak to the people and tell the people the exact truth of what is happening in Nigeria. Okay, we should not have two laws for different people. So we must have the same law for every member of the country, called Nigeria. So that's what actually brought me out here today to talk about some of these things. And then the first thing I'm going to talk about right now is the celebration. We just need to conclude the story of Chiwentalu Agu, and we'll go over to other things that we need to discuss. I will go to advise our brothers who are teaching for self-determination and all that, and that's the best way to go, so that at the end of the day we will not have this recurrent problem that will be, actually, pressing down on our collective psychic and our intelligence. Okay, guys. And this is the video of yesterday by our brother Chiwetalu Agu. if you guys remember, I I made a video October last year when the CSN was formed, and I said, even though when Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in 2017, I remember I made a video and I said that the government was just making Nnamdi Kanu popular, and this is going to make him to become a martyr. And people never actually listened. They didn't even believe what we were saying there. They saw us as rumor mongers, guys who don't actually understood or don't understand the physics of things that was happening. I said, if you continue to make this man, to become this popular, you're going to give him a very unfortunate and irredeemable popularity that will make people start believing in him as a man who's actually fighting for their common goal. So the best you can do as a government is to ignore him and just allow him to continue doing what he's doing. At the end of the day, it will fade away. Just like the Bible said, when after the death of Jesus Christ, we hear the story that the Pharisees actually gathered, and when they gathered, they now said they're going to find a way to stop them. So one of the teachers of the law, came and said, "Listen, guys, if these guys are fake, they're going to wipe away. Why giving them necessary popularity? Let test the belief that they actually have in this new doctrine of Jesus that they're actually preaching, and that was what I was telling the federal government then. And the same thing is going to happen to this this elderly, man who's this legend. Sorry, guys, this legend of who have become a symbol now of hope, for these young lads, and you see him today, even after he was released from the custody of the police, he's still on that same attire. He refused to change it. He's still putting on the same attire. You can see that he's still putting on the same attire. That shows they've already given this man so much courage to start doing some of the things he wouldn't have done if he was actually ignored. Okay, guys. Sometimes, just simple logic would have actually saved the entire nation from this whole mess that we are seeing today. I know that many of us believe he has done wrong for actually wearing the symbol of the Biafras, which is also the point of the agitators like the IPOBs and all that and that, But despite that, I would have just expected them to have just ignored him and just allow him to be on his own, because he was not actually creating any kind of havoc on the society. But give him that cheap popularity that he actually got in the last 2 days now, which coupled with his already existing profile as a legendary, Nollywood actor, then you just hype his popularity among his fans, and to them like the IPOBs are ready to spend hell of money just to keep anyone who is supporting them, on their payrolls. So this is what we're trying to avoid, but the government never really listen to some of us. They are making the same mistake over and over and over again. And I want to also advise the Nigerian army to just allow Chiwetalu Agu to be. There's no need of arresting him. There's no need of trying to question him why he's continuing doing what he was asked not to do. Because the more you try to question him, the more you try to arrest him, the more you try to give him unnecessary stress, the more you are making him more popular and popular by each passing day. And that will also create a very, very wrong precedent for the entire, military architecture in Nigeria. So the best you do, allow him to be. Let him continue with what he's doing. That doesn't change who you are. It has never changed, and it will never change. Okay, guys. So let's see his steps. Then we'll talk about other things. Thank you. Let's go. So you can see the caliber of people. You can see the caliber of people that is on that show right now with him. So this is what we are saying. You know, Nigerian government, they don't want to understand simple way of operating. You see the multitude there. This very particular party was not planned. Was not planned. But look at the caliber of people there. Look at the crowd that actually graced this very particular occasion. They've made this man a martyr again. They just made to become a symbol of heroes to this young lad. So in Nigerian government, you see, they continue creating mistakes, continue making mistakes upon mistake at every point in time. After what the news yesterday that the DSS picked him up immediately after this party, was picked up by the DSS again. And the reason I'm asking why? What offense has he actually committed? Why put so much, time on a thing that ought not to have been? Okay, he's killing the system. He's destroying the fabric of the state. Okay, just see that now. See that now. They've just made this man to become a star. You know, these are things I talk about that people sometimes don't listen. They just made him to become a star. They made to become, a very popular guy. You know, not just a popular guy as a comedian or an actor. They just made to become an activist by their actions and inactions. Okay, let's be wise, Nigerian government. Let's be wise, the Biafran people. The war we are calling for, Edo Wokuemo say, war is never beautiful. It's a very wrong high. It's a very wrong thing to say in a place of war. War is never beautiful. Negotiation is the best, and there is no war. I repeat, there is no war that has actually ended in the battlefield. Every war that have been fought all over the world ends on a round table talk. Every war. I want my Eastern brothers to listen to this carefully. Every war that have been fought all over the world ends on a round table talk. No war had ever ended on the battlefield. Never, ever. Every war ends on a round table talk. There will be a discussion. There will be a clear, distinct discussion on the way to go. We must understand this. We must do everything humanly possible as a people to know how to manage our differences in a time like this. It is important to us. We must know. Let us not begin to fight or to drum the ember of war. Because if war comes, it's not going to be funny. Both for the Hausa Fulanis, for the Igbos also, for the entire Nigerian state. It's not going to be fun. In the 21st century, war is never a solution to any problem. Never. I watched this girl yesterday, this Omote Biafra, this lady who is from Urobo, but who is actually agitating for the Biafra freedom. I watched her video yesterday and I was a little bit astonished the way and manner she speaks. That is why I've come out here today to play a video for you guys to listen. If you cry for war, you're living in Paris, you're living in Finland, you're living in the United Kingdom, you're living in Germany, you're living in Turkey, in Japan, in Malaysia, in Dubai, in the United States, where life is sacrilege, where the sanctity of life is highly respected. And you are drumming the ember of war in Nigeria. You are the problem, not the solution. All you need to have done is to educate the people on how they can leave the situation they find themselves rather than you being a part of the problem of the nation. Because if war comes, it's not going to be funny. It's not going to be funny, guys. You live abroad, you are comfortable, you're on social benefit, you get everything you need. If there is war in Finland today, can Senior Ekpa lives in Finland? If there is war in Sweden today, can I, Humanist Steven, live in Sweden? If there is war in United Kingdom today, can Mazi Unadekano live in United Kingdom? He's not going to do that. He's going to throw away the United Kingdom passport and run away to a safer place. Let us create war. If you create war, the world will not listen to us. If you create war, I repeat, the world will not listen to us. The world is already saying it. If Nigeria breaks up, Nigeria, goes into flame, there is no country in the world that can accommodate over 200 million people. No country in the world. The entire Scandinavia is not up to the population of just Lagos State, guys. It's going to be a big blow, not just on us, on the entire world also. So stop drumming the drum of war while you are living comfortably somewhere in another man's land. Every good agitator does not agitate from outside. You will be on ground to actually champion the fight that you are about to create. You should be the one leading, the light of trouble that you are about to put up. Let's stop all this unnecessary war mongering. It's not going to help us. She was saying, hey, we are going to take their head. They're all the Catholic bishops. And I was like, is this guy actually serious? Is she okay? Is she normal? Is she normal? If you destroy all the properties that belongs to these people in the Southeast today, how are you going to solve the problem if you finally get the Biafra Republic? Hear this video. It's a CNN video. It's a CNN video. I want you to listen to this video and you're going to hear what the white people you are clamoring to come and save you, what is said during the terrorist attack in Paris. I got this video today. Yesterday, I played through the video. I was a little bit astonished at what they said. Hear this, guys. Hear this.
Those calls for the same kind of justice for the people of Nigeria. Help us understand the difference here and maybe why we're not hearing the same level of outrage. Or is there a reason?
Yeah, good morning, Michaela. Yeah, the issue is, the stark difference, isn't it? World leaders, very prominent, linking arms, walking the Champs-Elysees, complete solidarity against this and outrage against what happened in Paris, vis-a-vis what we see in Nigeria, which is truly not, it should not be surprising. Look, what's happening in Nigeria is barbarous. It's horrible. I mean, it's complete madness, yet it's not a priority.
See that now? Guys, you guys are fools. I'm sorry to use the word now. When you believe this bunch of white hypocrites will come to your aid when the nation is on flame. That is the truth, guys. This very video is credited to CNN, and you guys will be a fool if you think that this bunch of hypocritical Western elements will come and save your axe when you have set your nation in flame. You know, last year there was a terrorist attack in Paris. All the world leaders, the superpowers, came to Paris in solidarity. And they actually did a march past, like a protest march past, over 4,000 persons. This is a protest march past around Paris. And this, presenter decided to anchor a show to ask some valid questions about why was there a complete show no Mercy, this video actually happened before the COVID-19. That was in 2019 or so, when Paris had the bomb blast. So a complete show that he said, yeah, we went to Paris. We have solidarity with the police. We sympathize with them. Yeah, what is happening in Nigeria is horrific. It is barbaric. He called a lot of big names. And at the end, he used the word, they are not priority. Nigeria is not a priority. Our government must start thinking right. It would be stupid of our government to continually accept the pictures, the stories, the storylines be given to them by this white supremacist to go and shift through the truth of their citizenry that has created this very awkward imbalance that we are experiencing today in Africa. These guys have one aim, have one objective, is to continually make you dry at the expense of your people. They're going to sing a song to you in front of you, but right behind you, they're going to backstab you, talk you, and give you a very, very bad advice. Hear this. Let's continue. Hear this very carefully. Hear what
The
he said.
United States unilaterally could do almost anything it needs to do. It would be a long-term effort, but it could be done. And the United States has the capability. All the elements of power, we have those.
So why not?
Complete. It's not a priority. That's the problem.
Now, he said U.S. can do everything. They have the capacity to stop Boko Haram. They have the capacity to stop the banditry. They have the capacity to stop the Fulani headers, the Fulani militia. But did she ask them, why are they doing it right now? I want you guys to listen to this. Why aren't they doing it right now? He said, it is not a priority. So, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Sunday Igboho, Asari Dokubo, Muhammadu Buhari, and every one of you is supporting this carnage happening in Nigeria. The white people you are putting your trust on is telling you, we can't help you. We can, but we won't help you. We have what it takes to help you, but we aren't ready to do it because the black race isn't a priority. You guys aren't priority at all. So there is no way we want to help you when we know you aren't on our list of priority. It's not a priority. So we are not going to do it. Even if you like kill yourself, it doesn't really matter to us because it is not on our list of priorities. These are words that came out on a CNN interview. Not like it's a written word. His voice is being heard that Africa isn't a priority. Nigeria isn't a priority. So therefore, we, the Nigerians, now have the power to decide our future. That's what they're saying. We don't care about you guys. We are not interested in what you do. You can fight all the wars in this world, but we aren't giving a hoot about it because this isn't a priority. You are not in our list of scale of preference, not even in any of the lists. We know who we have priority over. There's an issue that happens in a place, we know who and who we need to quickly, as an emergency case, get to them and deal with their issues. But for you in Nigeria, we are sorry, your case isn't a priority. You can kill yourself as much as you want. You can damage your property as much as you want. You can do all sorts of evil against yourself as much as you want. We aren't coming to help you because you are not in our priority list. Oh God. If guys will just listen, sit down and meditate on some of these things. If Unani Kanu can sit down right now, if Sonny Bao can sit down, Asare de Kubok, even Muhammadu Buhari, the president, can sit down and meditate on some of the utterances of these people. You see, I'm closing my heart because I'm a little bit pissed off right now, guys. They can sit down, meditate, just meditate, do some meditation on the utterances of these people. You will understand that the best way to go is to sit on a round table negotiation. Let's continue with this video.
We are committed elsewhere in the world. Black West Africa is not a priority.
Blacks, West African, hear that now, guys. He didn't say North Africa. Get it clearly, my brothers. It was specific in his utterances. Let's go back there a little bit.
And the United States has the capability, all the elements of power. We have those.
So why not?
Complete. It's not a priority. That's the problem. We are committed elsewhere in the world. Black West Africa is not a priority.
We are committed in elsewhere in the world. I don't know why African leaders haven't seen what some of us are seeing. I don't know why African leaders haven't seen what the Rwanda president is seeing, Paul is seeing. I don't know why the Nigerian president are so daft. I don't understand why they take so much pleasure in still being a slave to this white supremacist in this 21st century. A man is telling you to your face right now, they aren't priority. Hear this again, guys. Let me play it one more time.
Anything it needs to do, it would be a long-term effort, but it could be done. And the United States has the capability. All the elements of power, we have those.
So why not?
Complete. It's not a priority. That's the problem. We are committed elsewhere in the world. Black West Africa is not a priority. Very stark, very hard to say, but that's the case right now.
See, it's a very tough, very hard to say, but that is the case right now, not before, right now. He said he's used the word all blacks first. Let's use the word West Africa. Listen, guys, I want to listen to this video again. I'm going to play it over for you right now to listen again, guys. Listen attentively. Let this sink into your brain. Maybe this can help to reset your medulla oblongata to now start thinking right, to understand that you are being used by these white folks, guys. Maybe this can help you to understand what I've been saying for quite some time. The racist mechanism that is actually flowing in the vein of the white people. If even you are there, living there with their passports, you aren't, just truly, you aren't a citizen. You are just a passport holder. You can never ever be recognized as part of them. The law gave you a passport, but they have never accepted you as part of them. So when I come in here, I cry every day. Let us remember home. These are some of the reasons why people like me is agitating for a mass exodus back to Africa. A massive exodus of the Africans back to Africa. You've lived in Europe for over 200 years as a descendant of the slaves that got freedom. He's telling you guys, blacks are never priorities. Never ever priorities. And if you keep pushing to want to be part of them, you will never be part of it. He said, this is the fact as of now. I'm quoting him verbatim, guys. Let's begin to plan to return back home. Listen, guys, what you are experiencing right now happened around 1930 something to around 1940 something to the Jewish people. The Jewish people all over the world wasn't respected. The Jewish people all over the world wasn't regarded. The Jewish people all over the world wasn't accepted. Even as much as they try to be part of the system of the state where they reside, they were never ever accepted. The Jews went into exile, into slavery before the birth of Jesus, guys. They were in foreign land. Okay? And even after the death of Jesus, as civilization took over around the Second World War, the Jews became the target of elimination. We all knew what happened in Germany when they nearly killed all the Jews with a gas, a poisonous gas substance. What did they do? They began to fight to return back to their own land, which had already been taken over by their cousin brother. Today, they are now fighting so hard after over how many years to actually regain back what was rightfully theirs. Listen, guys, I would not want us Nigerians to get to that point whereby we would have left home, live among these people, take all the humiliations that we are getting today. You all know that, guys. You think you are working in a company, they are paying you. Actually, they are actually paying for the services you are rendering to them, not that they actually accept who you are. They pay for what you are giving out, what you are dishing out to them, not because they actually accepted who you are. That's what he just said. Let's listen carefully again to this video as I play it one more time.
It's gotten a lot of attention on Twitter. A lot of people are saying, wait, where's the outrage of for what's going on in Nigeria? We saw 4 million people marching in the streets of Paris. We saw world leaders gathering there to sort of stand in solidarity with Paris. Where are those calls for the same kind of justice for the people of Nigeria? Help us understand the difference here and maybe why we're not hearing the same level of outrage. Or is there a reason?
Yeah, good morning, Michaela. Yeah, the issue is, the stark difference, isn't it? World leaders, very prominent, linking arms, walking the Champs-Élysées, complete solidarity against this and outrage against what happened in Paris, vis-a-vis what we see in Nigeria, which is truly not.
Now, let me tell you something, guys. Let me tell you something, guys. I want to share this video. I know Facebook, YouTube are going to restrain this video very well, as much as they can, because they know the truth is about to be revealed. Anytime you want to reveal the truth, because they control all the media space, whether the offline and the online media space, they control them. So when the truth is about to be revealed, they so much reduce your that video not to trend so well. But I will not have to give. I will not be surprised about that. I will just leave this here for you guys. Now, do you know why the entire Africa is having conflict today? There was never a conflict in the Middle East. Never a conflict in the Middle East before 9/11. And the moment 9/11 came, the American government invaded the Middle East. And today the entire Middle East is destroyed. The entire Middle East is destroyed. And a lot of things have already erupted. And it has set the Middle East on flame. Now, Africa was one of the most peaceful continents, particularly the West Africa, which they are now actually very concerned about today, because actually the 90% of the minerals in Africa actually reside in West Africa. So the West Africa is a rich hub of the African continent. They see the North Africa as part of them, because anybody that is white, like I always say here, that had the same color with them, is nearly part of them. But if you have this dark color, just like I have today, you can never be claimed to be part of these people. They will always single you out. That's why they call them the blacks or the West Africans. Or Nigeria, they are not priorities. Now, we all know, based on the David Ayunde's books on the origin of terrorism in Nigeria, we all know all he has written about the NASCO conflicts owner and all that and that. And you understand today that many of us who really wants to go back onto this Western supremacist actually using conflicts as a way of keeping many of us back in their land. Now, the truth is this, guys, this is a 21st century slave system. Africans, wake up. Raise up your head above your shoulders. Nigerians, wake up. You actually help these guys to develop their economy at the detriment of yours. And they know if Nigeria was at peace, 90% of the old guys who had made so much money, who had made name, who are actually the backbone behind the success of most of these Western countries will return back home to develop their own nations. Now, what do? They create a conflict. They actually magnify the conflict. They find a solution to the conflict. They use that as a yardstick to tell you going home to your country isn't safe because there is a conflict. Your country is at war. Your country is insecure. The insecurity in your country is alarming. If you go to your country, you might be killed, which is true. They created that. I've asked a series of questions. Every time you see the Boko Haram comes out, they come out with brand new vehicles. They come out with brand new, latest, sophisticated arms and ammunition. They are the best, even better than the federal government. Now they even have a rocket they use to bring down, fighter jets and all that, I've been asking myself the question: how do they normally get this? Who is financing them? Is there any country? Is there any individual that is richer than the Nigerian government? Is there any individual that is richer than the country? A country? They say no. So if the country cannot buy some of these very sophisticated ammunition that these guys are using, then how did they manage to buy theirs? Start taking, guys. So they keep some of us here with these lies of insecurity. They keep some of us here with this feebleness of poverty. They create all this just to continually hold you back, to remain in their land. They use you off and you die mysteriously. How many of the Nigerian intelligence officers that were a member of FBI from the past that retired, that came back to Africa? How many of the Nigerians who have been, into the innovations in America and any other part of the world that retires and came back home and become useful to the Nigerian system? I know there are many Americans today who are living in other part of the world who went back to America to help in developing the American system. But they will tell you, don't do it. No, don't do it. It is risky for you guys. And our leaders also, who are also very myopic in thinking, follow suit with these people. Hear this now, guys. Let me finish this. I'm going to show you some pictures now before I continue.
It should not be surprising. Look, what's happening in Nigeria is barbarous. It's horrible. I mean, it's complete madness, yet it's not a priority. The United States unilaterally could do almost anything it needs to do. It would be a long-term effort, but it could be done. And the United States has the capability. All the elements of power, we have those.
So why not?
it's not a priority. That's the problem. We are committed elsewhere in the world. Black West Africa is not a priority. Very stark, very hard to say, but that's the case right now.
See? Very hard, very difficult to say, but that is the case right now. The blacks, the West African, is not a priority. It's not talking about America alone, it's talking about the entire superpower in the world. But does this actually listen to this? The answer is no. Do you know, guys? That China was actually mining gold in Zamfara in the midst of war? I've asked this question. I want to ask this question again. Who actually sponsored that war that have enveloped Zamfara state? Because the war started, on who is going to take care or take over the gold mining, illegal gold mining in Zamfara. That's how the war started. And we were surprised to see Chinese right there in the midst of that war. So that suddenly created an airport in the middle of nowhere in Zamfara, where our gold were mined, loaded in a private jet, and flew from Zamfara state. They will never want the intellectuals to return back home. Never, ever. Either they destroy them psychologically or mentally, or they frame them up that the people will never believe in them. People like us who comes out to actually tell you the fact, they're going to paint us. Like I said, now this video is not going to go viral today. I've never, for one day, be on a live show and I get less than 100 viewers. But today is far less than 50. They will always find a way to make sure that videos like this never go viral. You don't want anyone to educate the black people. You don't want anyone to awaken the consciousness of the black race. They want us to perpetually remain under the bondage of their manipulations. That is why anytime you are bringing a leader into the corridor of power that is not working according to the dictates of these people, they will do everything to make sure such a leader never lasts long. In 2011, between 2009 or thereabout to 2011 to 2015, we had a government that was actually working perfectly well in Nigeria. Nigeria became the destination for investment all over the world. We became the fastest growing economy all over the world. We had a lot of things going on well for our people. This security situation was reducing by the day. But the white people never want us to get there. What did they do? They connived with the greedy elements within the corridor of power to bring into power one they know is incapable of piloting the affair of the nation of Nigeria. They brought him into power. They gave him all the support he needed to cause mayhem on the Nigerian state. And he was happy because he wanted to get power at a cost. They helped him to talk to other nationalities within the sub-Saharan Africa, particularly the East Africa, that they dragged themselves into, the West Africa also, they dragged themselves in. They like the Malians, the Senegalese, and the Guineans and all that and that, who are also of the same ethnic extraction with these people. They helped to mobilize them and brought them into Nigeria. Because they know the rate at which Nigeria was going under the government of Goodluck Jonathan is going to take away that privilege that they have over the black man. They took away, they fought that to a standstill. They were giving their platforms, sponsoring their trips to all important events all over the world to damage the government of Ebele Jonathan. They sowed lies. CNN was one of them who sowed lies and all kind of talk to the Nigerian people, destroying the integrity of the government of Goodluck Jonathan. All in a bid to bring us back to where they want us to be. They declared so very many of us don't come back home. Nigeria isn't safe. The problem in Nigeria is becoming enormous that it is not safe anymore. Don't return back to Nigeria. Stay abroad. Keep your money there. The economy of Nigeria is being destroyed each passing day. And I've asked this question before, guys. Do you know once upon a time, the Ghanaian cities, a tissue paper in Nigeria once upon a time was worse than the Ghanaian cities. A tissue paper once upon a time was worse than the Ghanaian cities. But a guy came and decided to take the bull by the horns and change the entire narratives. Somebody says it's not possible. The market value actually determine the valuation of any currency. But the government came in Ghana and made a law and put the value of Ghana cedis to dollar and to every other currency by law. And that very particular law have helped in stabilizing the Ghanaian economy today. But rather than the Nigerian government do the same thing, they allow the Naira to have a free flow. Today, we have 620 Naira to $1, worse than the Zimbabwe dollar. Right now, a toothpick in Ghana is what is better than a Naira in Nigeria. People aren't listening to us right now. You live abroad, you are a multimillionaire, you have all the takes, but you keep your money in another man's country where your own country is burning. Let me tell you, brother, let me tell you, sister, your children are black, they will remain black. Even mullats, what you will call half caste, are not even accepted by the white people as part of them. Not to talk of you who do not have any trace of the white man in your blood. Let us start thinking. This might actually help us to understand that we alone have what it takes to solve our problems. Nobody can. I want to ask a simple question again, guys. How many of us actually schooled abroad, that went out to study abroad? How many of us actually did that? We actually went out and studied abroad. How many of us have actually used what we studied abroad to better the loss of our people when we return back to Nigeria? I don't know if I'm making sense to anyone right now yet. How many of us, whether you were born abroad, you studied there as a medical doctor, wherever, engineer, wherever, how many of you actually return back home to being able to make good use of that very particular course you have studied? Mr. Bada, good afternoon, man. How many? The answer is there is none. There is no Nigeria who went abroad to study what you studied. You return back to Nigeria and you are able to do what they are doing overseas. I want you guys to start thinking very carefully. Many of our people were engineers, medical doctors, and us what may. But when they return back home, they become useless. Nothing that they learned there can be transmitted into reality when they return back home. I'm going to call out the Nigerian government today and every other state governors, particularly my own governor, district governor, Lagos Obaseki, to build a more standard education system. Let's stop this patronizing. Listen, my dear, let me answer this. This is what I'm talking about. This is the plan. You are not getting what I'm saying. This is the plan of the people. It's not the government. The government decided to listen to these people. Then they discourage you, not the government. The same group of people who do not want you to take your money away from their land into your own land gives your stupid government a very wrong advice on very wrong policies that they know will destroy their economy, which will indirectly or directly affect your own business in your land. Let's be realistic now. Let's come to fact. Between Nigeria and the United States of America, the United States is like 3 times the population of Nigeria. We all know that. But let's just say between Nigeria and the United States of America, who actually buy things more? Is it the American or the Nigerians? Even in Europe, who buy things more? Is it the Europeans or the Nigerians? I think we do buy more. Why do they come to our country and they succeed and leave our country with so much wealth? If our economy does not encourage us to develop, get this now, these white people comes into your country, none of them have ever entered Nigeria and left Nigeria broke. That means It is not the same policy that they use for the white man coming to Nigeria, not the same policy that they use for you. So this is a setup plan so that you who lives in diaspora will be scared of coming home to invest. And by so doing, you leave your money. You leave your money in their own land. They will send their own people to go and invest in the same brand that you are investing on. To not take the wealth from your land to develop their own land. They have been reaping Africa black and blue from the very day they noticed there is a continent called Africa. Right from the 14th century till today. And our corrupt leaders, who they are so much brainwashed into corruption, believes that wealth has become the ultimate in life. So they are no more ready to actually transfer wealth to the people who will keep wealth for themselves and their family, making them to become a god to their people, which is not also the same in the developed world. No matter how rich you are, everybody is equal before the law. But when they come to Africa, they make it feel like no, that's not possible. When you're a rich man, you are bigger than the poor people. Our education system is dead. Look at this bunch of criminals who you call leaders. This is El-Rufai and his daughter, who just graduated from university in London. Schools are closed now in Kaduna State. The entire Kaduna State schools are closed down. Nobody goes to school anymore. Right now, the East is also running away from school. They're already grounding the education system in Nigeria. Do you know why? Because they have found that Nigerians are too intelligent. So the only way they can end that cycle of producing so much brilliant and intelligent people is to create a state of anarchy, insecurity, that nobody will be able to go to school anymore. Then, touts, aberos will not be breeded in our society, which will now, in the nearest future, 10 years from now, if nothing is done, guys, Nigeria will become a banana republic. It become an animal kingdom where everybody has the right to do what they want to do. This is the plan. Look at this man also. He's always coming out to talk as if he's the best man in Nigeria. His son actually graduated also from a university in London. This is Sanusi, the emir. He does not trust the Nigerian system of education. And they are not ready to upgrade the system. And here are our people fighting us. These are Northerners now, your brothers. Is that true? These are Northerners. I'm going to bring Northerners. I'm going to go to the East. They are all one and same people. They do not give a hoot about you. Let us join hands together. We can make our nation great again. Not by the way we are going about it. This isn't going to help us at all. These people, they are partners in crime when it comes to destroying the fabric of our state. See this. See this. This article. The man who has been contesting for presidency since 2003. This is him. The daughter graduated from London, not a university in Nigeria. He has a university in Nigeria. This man here has a university in Nigeria. But the daughter does not attend his own. It's not even sure of what he has. This is Bukola Saraki and his wife. 2 times governor of Kwara and a former president of the Nigerian Senate. The son graduated from a UK university. We should start thinking wise, guys. This is Okorosha, a 2-time governor in Imo State, a presently senator in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He has a school. Okorosha has a university in Nigeria. He's not even sure of his own school. The son graduated from a university abroad. Not in Nigeria, guys. I don't even know who is this now. I can't even see his face very clearly. But it's also one of the Nigerian politicians. His son graduated from a university abroad. When I go up. This is your vice president and his wife. This is a professor of law. Pastor Yemi Osibanjo. Not just a lawyer. He's a professor of law. Not just that. He's also a pastor. Grounded in the theological aspect of life. He also does not believe in the Nigerian state. His son graduated from a university overseas. This is your president's wife, Aisha Buhari. This is Yusuf, the one that just got married. And this is Zara, or whatever they call her. They graduated from a university in London. Your president does not even believe in the Nigerian state. These are your president children. Your president does not even believe in the Nigerian state. And do you know the worst part of it is this? When all these people graduate from school, they return back to Nigeria. The knowledge they have learned is not translated into economic development in our nation. Do you know why? They are not taught, they retain. They haven't taught, they retain, guys. There is a level they can go. They haven't learned anything at all. They come back to Africa, not to show for it. Rather, they are waiting to now also be given a political appointment whereby they will start making money immediately. And I'm very sure that was what they taught them in school. How to steal, to kill, and to destroy the economy of their lands, not to improve it. The same group of guys who are in a class with these same people are doing marvelously well in the economy of their nations. Where did we actually got it wrong as a people? Where? Guys, this man, I said to come out to say, guys, the way and manner we are going, that is the way they want us to go. He told you we aren't a priority. African aren't a priority. So they actually sponsor some of these things you see happen to you because they want the continent to be in flame. That's what they want. They don't care about you. They just want this country to be set on fire. This continent to be set on fire. And Africa is Nigeria. Nigeria is Africa. You know that. So if Nigeria is on fire, the entire Africa is on fire. It's not time we start waking up. To make sure we don't lose our identities. To make sure we don't come back to have a recolonization of these people. Just like what is happening in South Africa today. Our continent has been enveloped with war. We had war in our continent. Why can't we just take a leave from Rwanda president? How he had managed to build an economy that is actually booming today as the fastest growing economy. How? How, guys? You go abroad, you say you want to go and learn. Listen, guys. Let me tell you this. If you go to Israel today, the Israelites still believes in their old way of living. Everything they do is still be taken from their own way of operation. The African people have our own mystical way that we have lived before this time. We're actually the most educated in the world. Civilization actually began from Africa, the black Egyptians. The Benin artifacts that was collected from the palace of Obavorome in 1897. Today is still be rated among the best ever made bronze casting in the world today. That means our people were actually educated in our own way of education. In the 14th century, when the Portuguese came into the Benin Kingdom, they said the most organized city in the world at that time was the Benin Kingdom. That it was more organized than even the city of Paris in France. In the 14th century, when they came into Benin Kingdom, the Benin streets already had lights, street lights. Already had street lights with palm oil that lit up the entire street of Benin Kingdom at that time. Do you know before the coming of the white men, we were actually treating ourselves with our own indigenous herbs, God-given natural resources? Let me shock you. Do you know why China succeeded? Most of the Asian continent succeeded in developing their region because they refused to accept the total intake of the colonial masters into their veins. They took their civilization in order for them to modernize their own culture and tradition. They never refused, they never accepted in totality the white man mentality. Even for the many years that they were under colonial powers, they still have one belief in their culture and tradition, which has helped them to develop in their own space and time based on who they are and what they stood for. But in the African setting today, we've lost that. You will come to Nigeria and somebody will say, my name is Imade. You say, who still bear that local name? Who still bear Imade? Who still bear Osabovo? Who still bear Osato? Who still bear Unaya Wofnafiafa? Who still bear Unoma in this 20th century? What kind of name is that? Why not give your name like Lazy? They give your name like Precious. We lost our identity just because we want to belong to the identity that was forced on us by these people. So how can you lose your identity and you still think you can develop? How can you believe in someone's own ideology that you don't even know how it started? You cannot comprehend their plans and you think you can move forward? Are you serious? This is a wake-up call, guys. I decided to do this video today to wake every one of us up. Our leaders have failed us. I don't know why they are so dependent on these people. I don't know how they came about to see that if you are not wealthy, you are a nobody, but you live in this people's land. In this people's land, and there is something different. They are enslaving you guys. They will make sure nothing works in your country. All in a bid for you to continually send your money to them. It is high time we wake up and smell the coffee. Somebody say, yeah, I'm going to talk about this now. Somebody said, I cannot do business with a country without insurance company functioning. DKKC TV, this is what I'm saying right now. These are the plans. These are the mentality that they are creating in us. For us to continually invest in their own economy, leaving us to get destroyed. They've actually bought some sycophants in our midst. They actually bought over some greedy people in our midst to just continually destroy the fabrics of our system. Do you also know that everything we use today is controlled by them? Your phones are controlled by them. Your laptops are controlled by them. Everything you do is under their control. They perpetually makes you poor for reasons just to keep you under their watch. Have you asked yourself this question? Why insurance is not working in Nigeria? Have you asked yourself this question? Why the banking system is not working in Nigeria? Have you asked yourself this question? Why simple things that ought to work is not actually working in Nigeria? Many people went to school. They studied computer science, software, but they cannot repair or even not to repair now, to write a code on how a computer can be done in Nigeria. They actually went to computer science schools. Don't you think something is wrong, guys? Don't you think something is actually wrong? They've actually so much brainwashed us that we believe in our own thing. It's not good anymore. Have you started to ask yourself why? A railway will be done for 1.5 billion in China by a Chinese company, and the same company will come to Nigeria and do 1/3 of the same road for 11 billion US dollars. The same road, not the same quality now. The quality in China is far, far better than the quality in Nigeria, but yet the cost of doing it in Nigeria is more expensive than the cost of doing it in China. They want to constantly keeping you there. You are going to work for them, spend the money there. You have nothing to take back home. That is called slavery. I think I saw something like that now. Yeah. Said they make us sure African doesn't work because they need voluntary modern slave for labor in their countries. That is the truth. You know, during the slave time, the slave master's time, the slaves work, they can't send money home. They work, they can't send money home. So every money they get paid is being spent right there in that nation. Every of these nations actually developed as a result of the exodus of currencies from one country to the other country. When we take money from Nigeria, from Sweden, for example, to Nigeria, the government return the money from Nigeria back to Sweden. For example, right now, there is a car manufacturing company. I don't know if it's an assembly. They call it car manufacturing company belonging to a Nigerian man known as Inoso. Do you know why Inoso motors it's not popular in Nigeria? Let's understand why. Because the West doesn't want it to be popular. The West doesn't want it to be popular, guys. They will do everything to make sure that that car isn't popular among the Nigerian people. You know why? Because 90% of the parts is bought from their place. So they will hide the price, kill the market. Simple. They understand how to deal with the Nigerian setting, particularly the Nigerian people. We are so much attached to what is made abroad than to what is made at home. If you live abroad, guys, you are never accepted. Never, ever accepted. You continue to remain a foreigner in that land. The white man teaches his children his culture. The Americans teaches their children their culture. The British people teaches their children their culture. The Arab people teaches their children their culture. But the black man threw away their culture and tried to infuse a foreign culture on their children. By so doing, you are confusing the mental state of the child. Because what is around the child is different from what the child is learning. It makes it difficult for that child to comprehend. You were talking about John F. Kennedy. You're talking about Martin Luther King. You're talking about Joe Biden. You're talking about what is it called? Donald Trump. You're talking about Manchester United. You're talking about, everything you talk about are actually foreign to them. Now, when you finish talking to them, when they decide to go to the reality that is on ground, it's completely different. There is not a mix-up in their brains, which will cause an intelligence confusion that will lead to a state of retrogression that we are finding ourselves today. Even when they are being taught in the best schools, since many of these people went to Harvard University, many of these people went to Cambridge University, etc., etc. But when they return back home, there's a conflict of understanding, cultural conflict, environmental conflict, and many more will reduce the performance of the child. Do you know why? They plan it to be so in order for you to continually dependable on them. Simple. Until we get a man, a strong force, who can say enough is enough. We must do something different and try to fight for the Nigerian state. If not, guys, we'll continue to remain here. See, these people here, the whole of these people here, they were in London. No, this might be in London now. I mean, I've been in London for quite some time. Yeah, I think he had done 2 operations now in London. This is a man who wants to become the president of Nigeria, but does not have confidence in the Nigeria hospital. Oh, God. This is a man that wants to become president of Nigeria, but never had any single confidence in the Nigeria hospital. How do you think Nigeria will progress under such a man? How? How do you expect to have a Nigeria that will progress under such a man? A leader must be one who have total confidence on what he's doing. These guys, when they are sick, they travel abroad. The other time our governor was going on vacation, went to US. How many times have you seen a governor in US coming to Nigeria for vacation? How many times have you seen a governor in US traveling out of US into another man's land for vacation? How many times? That it has ever happened that a governor in a state in the United States of America will travel to Africa while he's on vacation. May God help us, guys. This is the condition of Africa right now. This is the pitiable condition of Africa. Not just the Chinese alone, the entire world is making Africa dry. They give us loans that we cannot be able to pay back. And they steal the loans from us again through infrastructures. And they give us substandard infrastructure. Then after a year, that very particular thing they give to us would have collapsed. But the loan was supposed to take 30 years. But what they brought for us could not even take a year. This is the condition of our nation or our continent. We must continuously try to see the truth, to see if people can wake up from their slumber and begin to help develop Africa. Chinese was developed by Chinese. No, China was developed by Chinese people. United Kingdom was developed by the British and the Scottish people. Sweden was developed by the Swedish people. America was developed by the Americans. Germany was developed by the Germans. Australia was developed by the Australians. Canada was developed by the Canadians. Are you waiting for the white man to develop your country for you? Are you waiting for the white man to develop your continent for you? Are you waiting for the white man to come together and sit you down and want to make broker peace with you guys? When actually your natural resources is what they needed. They needed your manpower, they needed your natural resources, and you think today they are joking. They're enslaving you the more. Many of our daughters have left Nigeria. They have gone to stay. They are going to get a job right now in Dubai, in the US, in Canada. We feel happy for them because of the changes in currency value. That is today they are creating what we call self-slavery for us as a people. We go there and say they want to come here and actually be a slave to you guys. That's what they do. We accepted it. We signed contract with it. We become a slave, a modern day slavery. They pay us peanuts. They disvalue our currency. It becomes big at home. We feel rich people. But if you want to actually spend the money right there in America or in Canada or in Europe, the money worth nothing. The money worth nothing. The salary you receive to them is peanuts because it has no value. But because you have a home, you send $100 home, you get about 60-something thousand naira, it becomes big money for you. That is their plan. To make you feel you're rich, but actually you're poor. Let us start thinking, guys. Maybe our generation can be able to change the narratives that's on ground. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you for this afternoon. God bless you. See you later today, or if God's willing, we'll see you tomorrow again. There's no question. I think I need to call it a day. Please just give me some like and share this video on your wall, please, guys. Share this video on your wall. Okay, thank you very much, guys. See you later in the day or tomorrow. God bless you and have a very pleasant day.